We will record to the cloud. Well, good evening, everybody. This is Chuck Hansen. I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina, and I'll be your host here this evening for our Sunday night team get-together. You know, June 3rd already, and you know what I wanted to do here this evening is just talk about something that a lot of companies talk about, very few companies ever experience, and it really is the reason that I made the decision on May the 20th to join Valentus, and it's something called momentum. Like I said, a lot of companies talk about it, but very, very few ever experience it. In my 30 years in this industry, I've had the good fortune to experience momentum twice in my career, and for all of you that have never experienced what a company goes through when it goes into momentum is really mind-boggling. And that's what I see. Momentum is such a wonderful thing. People come in at such a pace, it's almost impossible to keep track of everybody. But that's what I see happening with Valentus. And let me tell you why. All you have to do is look at, the past, the present, and now we can start to predict the future, right? Because we can start looking at the past. Year one, they did $300,000 in business. That was 2014. Year two, they did $3 million in business, a tenfold increase. Not bad for year two, right? 3 million. But year three was, again, a tenfold increase. They went to $32 million in 2016. And then 2017 set in, and they had some difficulties, some challenges, just like every startup company on the planet. Most companies don't even make it that far, right? Most companies fail between or before their second year in business. But they survived that little bit of challenge. And in 2018, they continued to build the infrastructure and getting prepared because they won the lawsuit that they were embattled in with the supplier of their original coffee product. And on May the 20th of this year, they launched the brand new product called Slim Roast Optimum that you can see on the screen right there. And, I was on that very first call. Dave Jordan asked me to be there at the request of Rick Geralds. And I heard all the testimonials. I then experienced the product. Rick shipped me a sample of the product, and I started taking the product shortly thereafter. And I'm happy to say that in 1 week now of taking the product, 2 cups of coffee a day. Hey, I drink 2 cups of coffee a day anyway, right? Now I drink Slim Roast instead of Starbucks, and I've lost 4.5 pounds. I have no cravings whatsoever, no cravings for carbs, no craving for sweets, and I very seldom ever have an appetite. So, here we're looking at Valentus and what they did in 2016. I don't know what the numbers were in 2017. I don't care what the numbers are right now, except what they've done. They put the infrastructure together. They've got a building, right? They've got a 30,000 square foot building. But more importantly, they got a guy at the helm of the company, a guy by the name of Dave Jordan, that I've known for about 8 years, which is really somebody that I trust to do the right things for us, right? For the distributors of the company. The company, like I said, will be 4 years old in July. The compensation plan, if you hate a binary, you're going to love their plan. They've done a lot of things to really enhance their binary. It's not the typical binary that pays a percentage on the weak leg. It's a binary that cycles, and there's great marketing systems that have been created that are free to everybody in order for you to use to build your business. They're just now at the point of, now they've been shipping product globally all over the world, right? not for resale, NFR, right? Not for resale. But now they're going through the process of creating all the documentation and registering the product in all the major markets. So international expansion is, the way it should happen is going to happen in the years to come, right? 2018, the latter part, 2019. And, I'm going to make some bold predictions. I'm going to make some bold predictions that 2019 will be a repeat of 2016. They'll do 30 to $50 million in business, right? And that'll set up the year 2020, 2020, whoever thought, right? $100 million or more, easily $100 million in 2020, and then a $250 million run in 2021. That's what I'm saying, is that if you were ever looking for the right kind of company at the right time, then pay attention to what's going on with Valentus, because I don't think that you're going to find another one, like what has been created here. Like I said, momentum, a lot of companies talk about it, but you've got to have all the planets all lined up in the right place for all of this to happen. And when it does, I'm just telling you, hang on. The people that we are in touch with are going to have two versions of their story, right? They're either going to have version number one that'll go something like this. Hey, I decided not to get involved in Valentus, but I hear from that guy who asked me to join him, and he's retired off on some island somewhere and makes a couple of $1 million a year. That'll be version number one, right? That'll be for all the people that decided that, hey, maybe this is not my kind of deal. And then version number two is going to kind of go like this. Hey, I decided to buy the $4.99 Business Builder package and start contacting everybody I know. And now I'm making as much money monthly as I used to make annually. And thank God for Valentus, So now, obviously, those versions are going to change a little bit. The incomes will change, but I think you get the idea. The last piece of the puzzle, I hear all the time from people that, maybe I don't have the time, maybe I'm not a recruiter. Folks, let me just tell you the facts versus fiction. I hear those things all the time, and, a host of other excuses along with that. But, all we're doing is sharing, right? We're sharing a story, and we're sharing samples of the products with people. Those people that we share with will make three choices, one of three choices. It's either not for me, I don't like doing that, I'm happy working my $10 an hour job, I always wanted to be broke, and thank God that I am broke, right? And so the other choice is that, hey, you know what? I love my job. I love doing what I'm doing, but I love this coffee. I think I'd like to be a customer, right? I'd like to be one of your customers and buy the product I'm going and maybe share it with a couple of my friends. And then the third story is going to be, hey, how do I get started, right? And, all you're doing is looking for people that are looking for you. And so all we've got to do is be in the process of looking all the time by using the power line system. What a great tool that Valentus has put together for our benefit. The last piece of the puzzle, and then I'm going to bring back everybody onto the platform, but the last piece of the puzzle is a sample system. To have a sample system that will do what all of us don't want to do. We don't want to run down to the post office. We don't want to do all of those things, right? But to have a system where you can instantly then send out a sample, well, that is in the process of being worked on right now. I introduced Dave Jordan to a good friend of mine who's up in Pennsylvania who invented the sample system, right? 22 years he's been sending samples. In fact, he sends out between 4,000 and 5,000 samples every day for over 50 network marketing companies. He's mastered the art of sending out samples. He can send out samples cheaper than anybody can send out samples, right? So, the way that I got to this person was what? I sent him a sample. I didn't, Rick did. Rick sent him a sample, and then he contacted me back and he said, hey, I got the first tub of Optimum last week, and even though I run every day, I can't keep the weight off. After enjoying 2 cups of Optimum for 4 days, I lost 5 pounds over the holiday weekend. This is, the only thing that we're waiting for right now is for the Slim Roast Optimum to be put in single serving packages so that we can send a lot of samples off, because we know that once people try it, they like it, and that'll be us going to the next level. So, guys, I'm just going to encourage you to reach out to everybody, start your marketing, and that's part of what we're going to cover here tonight. But what I wanted to do was stop the screen share, bring everybody back in, and let you hear from them what's going on in their lives. And Peter, I think I'm going to pick on you right off the bat, right? So you and Carmen just got Peter's a dear friend of mine up in Long Island, and he just got his samples, your order yesterday, right?
We just got it in yesterday afternoon.
Okay, go ahead.
So you brought this to my attention, and we were pretty intrigued right away. I'm a huge coffee drinker, almost to the point where it's been driving me crazy because I want to quit drinking coffee. And I mean, I can drink a lot of coffee. On a normal Sunday, I could probably drink 12 cups of coffee. So we were looking forward to getting it before even talking to anyone about it. We just want to try it, see what it's all about, see what the taste is, see, everything. So we tried it today for the first time at about 9 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
So at 9 o'clock this morning, we tried it. I was very surprised. I thought it was going to have like a real processed type of taste, like I told you. Tasted really good. I don't use sugar or milk or anything, so I just drank it like that. By about 9:30, I was running all over my property doing work, cleaning out closets, and I was aware of what I was doing, which was even better. And I personally didn't feel any aftertaste. I had no coffee taste in my mouth all day. I've had 1 cup of coffee the whole day, and that was the Optimum. I haven't had a single cup at all. I haven't had any cravings. I just had dinner before, and I haven't been craving coffee all day like I normally would be doing. So
that's the best part.
Yeah, I felt great. I felt really good. So what did you feel?
I had mine with sugar and milk, so I was surprised that it was a good taste. It did make me feel a little different, right? Not jittery.
Energy, yeah.
I just gave me a lot of energy.
Yeah.
But I experienced the energy different than yours, though. I was more like I felt a little nervous, but then I don't know if that was, like he says, that was just all up here. But the taste was great, which is the most important thing for me.
Carmen, I hear what you're saying, because it did exactly the same thing to me. I could feel something going on, and I had that endless amount of energy, and I was doing everything nonstop, and my wife looked at me about, 4 hours later after I, came in, and she said, "What kind of drugs are you on?" Something. And I said, "No, I just drank that damn coffee, and she said, "Well, maybe I ought to try it." And I said, "Yep." So Byron, hey buddy. My buddy Byron is over there in Pennsylvania. I just unmuted you, and so you had a cup at 4 p.m. right today, and
I'm on my phone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Yeah, I just had a cup at 4 o'clock, and it's amazing.
And
no
so
hunger.
You didn't want to eat nothing.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And immediately came to mind about a dozen women I know that are always trying to lose weight. So tomorrow we've got to get the word out to them.
Right, right, absolutely.
Chuck, what makes the coffee healthy?
What makes it healthy? I don't have a
Yeah.
clue. You know, I wish that I was. I wish that I had a degree in healthy coffee, but you know, I don't know. I'm gonna take it down to actually, I'm gonna let my physician take a look at it, and I'm gonna have my orthopedic guy. I'm bringing them both some coffee tomorrow, but let them take a look at it, because it's, you know, whatever's in there, it definitely works. Byron, I couldn't tell you, you know, and I'm glad. All, you know, it's just results, right? Results speak for themselves. So, Karen, hey, say something. Unmute yourself.
Oh,
And,
can I say one more thing, Chuck? You know, most people don't want to drink coffee because of the acid pH. You know, they figure out that acidity isn't good for the body. They cut back on dairy and meat and things. Do we have any reading of pH in our coffee? And you know, if we don't have a low pH coffee, this might be another good angle to go along with the weight loss, because people are looking for low pH coffee all the time.
you know, we can certainly bring that up and have them. I'll be talking to Dave tomorrow, but we'll see what he says.
Well, actually, let me say something here, Chuck.
Go ahead, Rick.
Coffee is acidic going into your body, but it's actually a misunderstanding that coffee is acidic in your body. It goes in acidic, but it actually raises the alkalinity of the body. When it's destroying the toxins as it's going through your intestinal tract, it actually is cleaning out your intestinal tract. That's why people who drink a lot of coffee and people actually who do coffee enemas don't get colon cancer. So, I mean, it's not a bad, coffee itself, all by itself, is not bad for the body. I mean,
That's kind of like
father.
lemons,
My
right?
father's 87, 88 years old. He's been drinking coffee since he was 14. He's had no health issues. So, I mean, you can research that all day long, but I mean, people have been drinking coffee since the dawn of age and not getting sick because of coffee. They get sick because of all the processed foods that are out there with the chemicals in them. You know, that's what makes you sick, not coffee. So it's a misunderstanding that coffee makes your body acidic.
Right.
I would just go do some research.
Here tonight, we're going to talk about making.
Yeah, I've done 30 years of research.
So, Karen, tell us, you have now had product for a little bit, and so tell us what's going on with you.
Well, I am so excited, Chuck, because I've had every pill, potion, and lotion to try to lose weight. And whenever I try something, guess what? I not only don't lose weight, I gain weight. But with this, I definitely have lost weight. It's not quite 4 pounds, but I am absolutely thrilled. Last night, my daughter-in-law was here. She's always struggled with weight. I wish we had the little sticks, but I did give her, I put in the little baggies, I gave her some samples, and she is so excited about starting it tomorrow morning. And I did like Rick recommends, we get in at $4.99. I jumped in right away. I mean, hey, you can buy a traditional business, which I did. I owned a newspaper. I had an art gallery studio. The bank owned me. Well, $499, you own a business, a global business. So I love it. And thanks, Chuck, for showing this to me. I appreciate you, and I'm so looking forward to this.
Well, we're glad that you saw the vision of where we're at. One other guy that I wanted to introduce everybody to, Howard Solomon and I have been friends. Howard's in London, Ontario, Canada. We've been friends for a long time. We had a run with a little company called Quorum back in the early days when we were much younger. We all looked like Rick, Howard knocked it out of the park, you know, we had been not doing anything, or Howard hadn't been doing anything for a long time. And then as soon as he saw this, he said, hey man, this looks like Quorum all over again. He said, this looks like something that I want to do. And he and I had a conversation with Rick. He and I had a conversation with Dave Jordan, and then he joined, and So Howard, words of wisdom.
Thanks, Chuck. Well, I have a similar story to the other people on the phone. I've been on the coffee a couple of days now. Religiously, I take 2 cups a day. I drink it black, and I have never been able to drink a cup of coffee black in my life. I always had to add cream or sugar, even whether it was Starbucks or McDonald's. This is the first time, because it tastes so good, that I could actually drink it black. And since June 1st, I've lost 5 pounds and feel great. And so, like Chuck, I think this is deja vu, and we're about to hit another grand slam. Thanks, Chuck.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey guys, I don't think that I am going to go back into training or anything, but what I'd like to do is, just for you to hear from Rick, and I mean he's been around now 3 years. He's earned well over $1 million with the company, and Rick, tell us why you're excited, and tell us a little bit about what's happened to you over the course of the last 3 years, and where you see things going.
Absolutely, Chuck. Well, your volumes that you gave were pretty accurate. For 2014, we started the company in July 2014, and then, the first 10 months, we did about 150, 200,000 volume, and then February 1st of 2016, we enhanced the compensation plan. And then what we did was April 1st, we launched our original coffee. And that original coffee just exploded. By the end of the year that year, we were doing $1 million a month. And then 2016, actually, the first 10 months after we introduced the coffee, I was already making like 5,000 a week, and I was only working just like 2 to 4 hours a week. But everybody thought I was a full timer, but I really wasn't. It's just I had the full time attitude. I was hustling during those 2 to 4 hours. I had other things going on, but around the 10th, 11th month, it was March of 2016 or April, I came on full board, and 6 months after that, so we're talking about 18 to 20 months, my check totals were $88,000 in the month of October. So that's like a year and a half to $88,000 a month. And I was averaging at that point, even the month before, about 18 to 20. So it was really rocking. And the original coffee worked, but in about the end of 2016, we got into a battle with the manufacturer and the formulator who was doing some unethical stuff. And we tried to come out with our own coffee, and we battled him and won. And basically, we found out the original bean and also many of the original ingredients. So we have a new formulator. We have a brand new product, and this stuff works better than our original. So if I was able to do that on that other product, think about what we're going to do on this, because everybody who drinks this absolutely loves it. They love the taste. They love the feeling they get, the feeling of being alert. That's the nitric oxide, the more oxygen going into your body. And then losing 2 to 3 pounds the first 48 hours is crazy. And it's not water weight, it's actual real weight. So, I think with this product, Chuck, realistically, you said the numbers, especially since we have the whole, we're not a startup anymore. We're 4 years, we're going on 4 years now, April, June. So we're in that fourth year right now. We're at the end of that 4th year. And so the company has all the foundations sitting there waiting for us to just do it. We could take it to 10, 20 million a month without a problem. The company is ready for that. It's ready for that type of growth. And since I've been in, just to let people know, since I've been in the end of June 2014, I was able to sign up. They have not missed a paycheck on me. Even when we enhanced the compensation plan in February, and even when we exploded, the system in the back office, it works. period. It doesn't miss a payday. And it pays out accurately every single time. I've had 4 or 5 people try to figure it out and say, no, this didn't happen. And then you find out that they didn't order during a month. So the volume doesn't accumulate until they make that next first order. So some people have questioned it, but the thing works like a charm. I've never had a late payday, and he's paid me on time and accurately every single day. And Chuck, that's a pretty strong positive for a company that's new, because a lot of these companies, end up missing paydays. This company's never missed a payday. We're a completely debt-free company, and Dave owns all the land and the buildings and the warehouse out there that you're going to go out there and see. And we're ready. We're ready for 20, 30 million a month. So now that we've got, I think probably is the best product, weight loss or coffee ever in my 30 years of network marketing, and even in my 37 years of doing nutrition and teaching people how to eat and what supplements to take and not to take, this is the best and safest weight loss global that I've ever worked with. So putting that in consideration, there's no doubt we're going to go back to 20, 30, and 40 million a month. The only question I have is, how much do you and your folks want? What kind of piece of that pie do they want? And that's it. That's the only question you got to ask, and then develop a plan to go after and get it. So if this company's at 10 million, wouldn't it be just great if you guys had 2 million of that? At that point, everybody's making bank, and they have plenty of money to pay bills and help everybody else around them. So it's a fun ride where you can get up and get that kind of momentum going. And I was at the ANMP conference this last weekend, where all the marketers go every year. And, the one thing I got out of that, I looked at all the companies that made it and all the people on the stage. And the one thing, with the exception of maybe a couple companies that had a system, like a mailer system or whatever, the one thing that the companies had of the people that were successful up there is they had a strong product that got people results, not some pill that you take and you really can't measure the results. These companies that really exploded in our industry, if you look at the records, the history of the industry in the last 15, 20 years, they've all been drink products or products that affect you immediately, or a dropper or a spray or a drink. They've been liquid, even if they started out as a powder. And I'm telling you right now, I get chills when I talk about this all the time, because I've been in this industry 30 years and I know what's coming. So the only question, Chuck, is how much does Howard and Karen and Peter and Dell user want? Okay, how much do you guys want? I mean, it's here. You got to get excited. You got to use the product. You got to get results. You got to get your belief way up so you can get out there. Because when you're telling people, it doesn't matter what you did in the past, the coffee sample will give you immediate credibility. And now they're curious. So thanks for having me on the call.
I'll unmute myself, but you're absolutely right. It's all about belief, guys. And so one of the things that I'm going to do, and I'm going to invite everybody to do it along with me, is come to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I've never been to Sioux Falls, South Dakota in my entire life. It's probably one of the 1 or 2 states that I've never been in. So on June the 29th, we're going to make a trip to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We're going to have dinner with Dave Jordan that evening. On Saturday, we're going to hang out with him, see all kinds of things, and really see the company from the inside, right? And really get what his vision is for the next 5 years. So I'm inviting everybody to come along. Dave said that he'd be happy to pick up dinner, and he'd pick up the expense for the hotel for 1 or 2 nights, depending upon travel schedule. How you get there is up to you. Frequent flyer miles, jump on a train, hijack a car. No, don't hijack a car. Uber it, do something. But I'm going to fly in on the 29th, and so I'm looking forward to everybody joining me up there. And what I'm going to do real quickly is go back to, I said I wasn't going to do this, but I am, because so many people have asked me questions about, you know, the website and signing in and how do I do this and how do I do that. So I wanted to get over there, and so this is the corporate website. You know, all you got to do is go into sign in, and that's whether you're a pre-enrollee or and if you're a pre-enrollee, if you come through the system, if you come through the Powerline system, then all you've got to do is go into pre-enrollee, log in, stick in your email, click on login, and you'll go into that back office. Now, if you're already a member, you've made a purchase, then you can log in using this tab. But, you know, what I wanted to show you was just a couple of things. I mean, a few people have said, well, how about all the replicated websites? Where are they? They're under my website addresses, right? Kind of makes sense that my website addresses, and then you can see that these are all replicated because it has my unique name with all the corporate websites. So there's the corporate website. There's landing pages for various products. There's a new landing page for the Slim Roast product. Here's the opportunity movie. And again, you can go into the back office, click on those things, watch them. This is the opportunity movie is the movie that I send out to everybody. You know, all I want them to do is just take a look. I'm going to share a very short video with you. All I want you to do is take a look. If it looks interesting, put in your name, your phone number, and your email address, and that's going to give you a temporary position in the genealogy, and everybody that then looks at this movie that I introduce is going to continue, they're going to build right underneath you. And then what I do, once I get the email from the company that somebody has pre-enrolled, then I send them the Powerline movie, right? I send them the Powerline movie so that they can better understand what the whole Powerline system is all about. So then they've got a pretty good idea. And, you know, again, landing pages, more landing pages, retail order pages, and so on and so forth. So, and I hear there's a lot more things coming. But, you know, that's the primary thing that I wanted to show you. Now, there's a lot of other things here. You know, you can see your genealogy and what's going on and so on and so forth. But, you know, if you've got any questions about anything in the back office, by all means, call me, and I'll be happy to do a screen share with you, and we'll walk through and get that done. So, you know, I'm going to encourage everybody to get their marketing started. You know, whether you've started the business with an option one, you know, a $59 order, or you started it with a $499 order, you have all of those tools. Everything in the back office is there for you to take advantage of. So get your marketing going, right? Now, obviously, if you start at the $499 package, that maximizes all the compensation. That maximizes the compensation plan. So you're going to earn. But you know what? If you started at one of the lower packages and you just can't afford to spend $499 now, hey, I get it, right? But what you can do is earn enough commissions, get some things going on, because you can earn up to $100 fast start, right? You can earn a $20 commission from a small package to a $60, to a $40 commission, to a $60 commission, to a $100 commission for somebody that you personally enroll that comes in with the business builder package. So by all means, you know, if you want it, there's a way, and I'm more than happy to help you. Jump on the phone, do 3 ways. I know Rick is, and whatever we need to do in order to, because here's the bottom line, guys. I mean, all of you should be looking for 8 to 10 people. because 8 to 10 people that are committed, right, can take you to the top of the company. I'm looking for my 8 to 10 people right now. I just keep identifying people, right? I know which people are going to be stepping up to the plate. I know which people are going to be doing things. The people are already starting to do things. So that's where my attention is going to be. That's where my focus is going to be, because the plan is very simple, and we'll go through some more extensive training some night on the compensation plan, but that won't be here. That won't be this evening. So, guys, unless we have anything else to say, I'll unmute everybody. If anybody's got anything to say or would like to say hello or whatever, by all means do that. Bob is brand new. Bob, whereabouts are you, buddy?
I'm in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Okay, in Pennsylvania. Okay. And well, welcome to the team.
And how do I get rid of that Dell user up there?
I think you got to go to Zoom, and there's something in there. Karen will figure it out.
Yeah, I'll get with Karen.
She's good at that. Hey guys, so Thursday night, all the pre-enrollees, invite everybody to the Zoom. The company does a call at 9 o'clock. We'll start the Zoom about 9:30ish, and I'll be here at 9:30. I don't know if the call will run over that amount, past 9:30, but we'll be here, and we'll see how it goes for the next few weeks. As I'd just like to have all the pre-enrollees here to start to meet some of the team, and let them see that there's more people here than just the person that introduced them. So anybody else have anything to say before we go?
Hey, Chuck, it's Phil from New York. I'm sorry I'm late, man. Just getting off work. I just wanted to jump in and say hi to everybody.
I saw you, buddy. I saw you. So good,
All right.
good to have you. Okay, guys. Well, we're going to call it an end to this session, and appreciate it again, everybody jumping on. And we will see you all on Thursday night. If you need me before then, by all means, just give me a shout. Good night, everybody.
Night.
See you.
Good night now.
Hey.
Everyone.